Why? Okay. So this is one of the best ones that I've seen in Long Beach. So Bismarck palm. The rumor has it the owner bought it from Home Depot about 15 years prior and planted it. It's in North Long Beach. Here's the fruit. And then also from California, this is the Guadalupe fan palm. So if there would be a palm for the coastal California, this would be it. Guadalupe Island is part of the Channel Islands, the southernmost island in Baja California. This has to be one of the biggest ones that I've seen. The man in the bottom is Don Hodel. He is the palm expert in California. So he's a good friend of mine. And whenever I see a good palm and a good tree, I always send it to him because he's also a tree geek and a plant geek like I am. So sometimes we just go and look at palms and trees throughout the areas. Or around here, these are fruiting right now. These are jelly palm. This one is on 10th and Zemino, but there's a few others around the area. They do have a fruit, and they're known as jelly palm because you can make jellies out of them. The edible portion is going to be, once again, the husk. So if you find a good one, let me know. So wash them, pop them in your mouth. They're citrusy, they're sweet. Try them because I'm looking for a very good tasting jelly palm in the area. So don't be afraid. Here's just for scale, 3 photograph. I think this is, I forget, somewhere in Long Beach. It's a historic house. You have the jelly palm, you have the Mexican blue fan palm, and you have the Guadalupe fan palm, just to show you the difference in the leaves, stems, and everything else. And there's a different view, and here's an even different view of those 3 palms together. And then in Long Beach, there is only one Everglade palm, Celerites rhytii. So this is native to the Everglades in Florida. And it's in Casa Long Beach. You can see it off of 7th Street. So this is the only palm that I know of its kind here in Long Beach. So it's kind of nice. Or from the Mediterranean, this is the Mediterranean fan palm. And this has also been one of the nicest one that I've been able to find here in Long Beach. Rome, all those, Italy, some of the mountains are covered with some of these palms, or at least they were covered back in the days and during this time. And here's that Chrysolita carpus, or the other, I forget the common name, but this is here in Long Beach as well. That is a clumping. Or the triangle palm, also from Madagascar. I started seeing more around here with its fruit that is there. And or the Chilean wine palm. So in danger in its habitat because obviously they will take the stem and they'll ferment it, which means that they will kill the palm to get the wine. But there's only a few left in the habitat. This one is found at Rancho Los Alamitos, and it's the only one that I know in Long Beach, or at least one of the biggest ones. I heard there's one in California Heights, but it's private property, so I cannot see it. So there I am hugging it for scale. So Chilean wine palm, another Mediterranean climate palm. And then we have a few others, fan palms. So these are Livistonia, not Washingtonia. Some of them are from China, some of them from Australia. This is in North Long Beach, so the 91 freeway is on the background here by the 91 freeway. Or we have the fishtail palms. Some of them can be quite large, some of them could be quite beautiful, such as Caryota gigas, the giant fishtail palm, probably one of the biggest leaf that you're gonna find on palms or on any plant around here. And then the Cynthia palm here from Robinson State Garden in Beverly Hills. They are known for their palms as well. And the Cynthia palm here in Long Beach used as a street tree. So the Cynthia palm would be the closest that we would have to a coconut palm in character, in beauty, and gracefulness, and majesty. This is it. And often people will see it and they say, oh, that's a coconut palm. It's like, no, 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 that's not coconut palm. Coconut palm I have yet to see one that's very happy here growing outdoors. So here's Cynthia, very old palm right there. And then we have the shaving brush palm. This is a house of a palm collector here in Long Beach. I think it's a bellflower. And or the Canary Island date palm here at Rancho Los Alamitos. And or the Trinidad date palm here in Cal State Long Beach. Or a different date palm right here, rupestris, or Majesty Palm. Again, we can see more, but these are all growing out there in Long Beach. And here's a shaving brush for scale, one of the better ones that we've seen in Long Beach. Or the Raystonia, the Majesty Palm. Obviously, this is Florida, but there's a few others that we'll hopefully get to see. This is here in Westminster. So Royal Palms, Raystonia that I am for scale. I'm going to say that stem is naturally white, so it hasn't been painted. Here's Roystonia regia, the Cuban Majesty Palm in Cuba. So that's the other one that I had to see here used in the landscape. And a couple of oddities. This is a native palm to Cuba, very small distribution. So I was able to hike to it. So Cocotrinax Yunankens. So I had to see it when I went to Cuba, and there was a photograph of it. And then in the Botanic Garden, this is another native Cuban palm. I forget the name, but it's very, very nice. And I don't think it can grow here. And just a couple of more of those Cocotrinax in the wild, and more palms in Cuba. It's growing. This one with very sharp prickles all over the stem. And even every single portion of the leaflets have a lot of prickles. So this is a baby palm, and you don't want to mess with it because it's armed and dangerous. Or the windmill palm here, also in Cuba. A lot of people want to grow this one, but it's too tropical as well. So here it is. And there's a baby one I was able to take. Just a few more at the petrol station in Cuba. With the palm flowers and the fruits, and just in the wild, you see them just in the canopy. Here's at the edge of the road with the prickles covering all over the stem. Here is the Chinese windmill palm. This is Rancho Los Alamitos. Here's the California native fan palm here in Long Beach. I think this is by the other campus. Here's Mexican fan palm. This is a park across Jordan High in North Long Beach. And here's the queen palm here on the house. And Mexican fan palms in Mexico being grown in either large container or actually decorated. They're in the ground, but they created those vases to kind of make them look more attractive. And a few of the other smaller palms. So these are the understory palms. This one is from Colombia. And there I am for scale to show you this thickness of the stem. So some of the understory, I don't know the name, but that one is used for roof material. So here are the stems for those palms so that they get harvested, and they are used for building homes and or not so much the roof material, but for building the roofs right there. And here's some more, so they have some value for it. Catalina, just showing you the palms over the ocean. Catalina showing you the other palms that you can also find around here. So again, showing you how majestic they can be when used in the landscape. Elysian Park by Dodger Stadium, showing you just the diversity of some of the clumping and or the single stem palms. And here's just a different shot. Fairchild showing you lines of palms. Right here, and more lines because it's a botanic garden, so they have to display them there. And there's you just see them, and Fairchild right there, palms lining the walkway and just guiding your eyes across the water in the landscape. And the Bismarck lawn area with Purple Heart in front, and then definitely some majestic, beautiful palms higher above, more there. And more there. So landscape uses and many, many palms that I wish we could grow here. But we can for many, but not all of them. And then more right here. So Fairchild and Montgomery are two botanic gardens that specialize in palms. So that's why if you go there, you're going to see palms. And here's the house that I mentioned. So there is a person that belongs to the Palm Society, and so the house is lined with different palms and different cycads. So I found it and I talked to them, and I was able to see many of them have a label. Many of them you can walk around and see them. So such as some of this, and a hybrid. This is a queen palm jelly palm hybrid. So one of the few individuals that are out there. So yes, there are palm hybrids that are out there, and even our pygmy date palm and date palm hybrid here. So again, unusual, weird. Triangle palms, just the landscape with ponytail palm and Platycerium superbum, the nice staghorn fern, and just the size of this view of the street. Venice, known for their palms, and that's iconic. You go to Venice, it's out there. I found this historic house in Venice, and there were a few palms that I have yet to ID because I have no idea what they are, and I need to go with my friends so that we can see them, but I was able to collect the fruit, so at least I have recordings. And then the weird things that people will do with dead palms. So I came across the stump and they made it into some kind of gorilla. Again, some people are very artistic. Don't ask me, this is way beyond my artistic capabilities. Or something like this, where they took a date palm, Canadian date palm, and they made really nice tikis with them. So I just use them. So that's actually very nice. Or just interior scape, we have just our Nathibella or a baby palm being used indoors. Here's the needle palm being used indoors as well. So you will find a lot of those understory palms that have a lot of value for interior scape. And so with that, are there any questions that anybody may have? Any questions? I know it's palm overload. All right. I don't hear anybody. All right. So we'll stop the recording. Have a great day. And I'll see some of you later. And the rest, I'll see you next week.